Hello, everyone. Good evening. Hello, guys. Good evening. How are you doing today? Hello, hello.
Hi, teacher. Hello.
Hello. Good evening, everyone. How are you? Fine.
Yes, teacher, and you?
I am doing good. Thank you. All right. Hello. Yes, let's start. We still have some students missing from our lesson, from our class today. But let's start sharing the agenda for today. Right, so this is our class number 4. This is part 1 of our class number 4, September 12th. So we're going to start. I will show you the agenda first, and then we can start with the activities. So first, you're going to complete a word wall activity, so a multiple choice game, just to review some vocabulary um, related to the exam, to the FCE first certificate in English. And today we will focus on the reading skill, okay, from the exam. So that is going to be our focus today is reading tips for reading part 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we're going to focus on that. We're going to watch a video and a little discussion. And finally, you are going to work in a Moodle activity that has to be completed today. All right, so that is the plan for us to do today. So I'm going to send you the link, the first link for our activity today. And you can have some minutes to work on that while we wait for the rest of the students to connect. Right, so you have a definition and you're going to select the option that is correct, that matches the definition, right? So let's have just a couple of minutes, and then after that, I will check the attendance. Okay. All right, once you finish, guys, share your scores on the chat. All right, guys, very good. You had enough time to complete the activity, 8 out of 10, very good. So that was just our initial activity to give you some time while we waited for the rest of the students to connect. So now I'm going to check the attendance. I'm going to turn off my camera just for a moment. And let's start checking the attendance. Gerson Arismendi. Jean-Claude Barrera. Jean-Claude. Jessica Calderón.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Natalia Camargo. Brian Cordero. Brian Cordero. Okay. If your microphone is not working, you can try. Okay, now I hear you. If it's not working, then you can log out of the session, disconnect, and then come back. You can try that for your microphone to work. Andrés Correa. Andrés is not connected. Silvia Cuellar.
Present, teacher.
All right, thank you. Elkin Fernandez. Elkin.
Clear?
Yes.
Sí, teacher, present.
Yes, I can hear you, Jean-Claude. Okay, thank you. Julián Figueroa.
Hello, teacher, present.
Right, thank you. Jeanette Fontecha.
Present, teacher.
All right, Jeanette. Mabel Gamboa.
Teacher?
Oh, sorry, Carlos. Yes, Carlos Galán.
Present, teacher.
All right, yes, Mabel. José Alejandro Gómez.
I'm here, teacher.
Okay, thanks. Julie Liscano.
Present, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Yes. No, Elkin, I cannot hear you. Ali said that is fine.
Present, teacher.
Hi, teacher, present. Can you hear me?
Okay, yes, now I can. I can hear you. All right, very good. Excellent, guys. So now we checked attendance. still have Andres and Natalia that are not present in our class, in our lesson. Well, let's start. So now after this activity that we did focus on vocabulary, let me start. We're going to focus today on the reading aspect of the exam, the first certificate in English exam. All right, so today we will be mainly focused on the reading part. So I think you already know that this reading part is called the use of English and reading. Okay, that is the name, use of English and reading. So that is why we say part 5, okay, because the part number 5 is the first part of reading. Part 1, 2, 3, and 4 are related to the use of English, okay? So that we will cover that topic a little bit later, but today we will focus on reading. So that is why I say part 5, because in the exam you will find it and as number 5 after the use of English. Okay, so this is the first type of text that you are going to find. Okay, so what is this? What is this part 5? There is one long text to read and you will answer 4 multiple choice questions. Okay, 4 option multiple choice questions. Which follow the order of the text. So that is for every exam. You will have 6 questions with 4 options of multiple choice. And they are in the text, you find them in the same order. The questions you find them in the same order of the text, right? So that is mainly what it is. Let's read about some tips or recommendations that we can have for this part of the exam, okay? So the first tip is to read the text quickly to get a general understanding of what it's about and how it's organized. Really, for this tip, I kind of disagree because this text is organized. The questions you will find in the same order in the text. So it's not necessary to read quickly just to understand it, really, because you can find question 1 is generally in paragraph 1, question 2 is in paragraph 2, etc., etc. So there is no need to really read the whole text first, okay? So that is my first recommendation. And then we have read the questions without looking at the options and underline keywords. Okay, yeah, this one can be useful. You identify keywords in the questions before answering. Then you, because the questions follow the same order in the text, you're going to find the part of the text where the question is answered and read it carefully. So there you will focus and read carefully, underlining keywords, okay? Some questions that test vocabulary or reference skills will tell you on which line the targeted word or phrase can be found. So for example, the text can say, this sentence quickly, or the word quickly, what is the meaning of the word quickly in the text, okay? So it refers to a specific part, vocabulary, or a skill. So you, in these cases, you need to read the sentences before and after the main word, right? So not only read the word, but also read the sentence before and the sentence after, okay? It says, obviously, try to answer the question, then read the 4 options and choose the one that is closest to your own answer. So it says, try to predict the answer and then match it to the one that is closest to you, okay? Look for the same meaning expressed in different ways. We're going to do a little bit of practice with this today, identifying synonyms, etc. And of course, make sure that you read all of the other options and that those options are incorrect. Okay? If you are not sure, then you need to read the text one more time carefully and find maybe reasons why the other options are wrong, are incorrect. Okay, so those are basically our tips for the first part of reading or part number 5 of the use of English and reading. Okay, so that is, we're going to focus on this part today. We're going to have some parts of the exam and socialize them, analyze them together, and answer the questions as we go. All right? So let's start. First, let's read the question before we start reading the text. Julian, can you read the question, please?
In the first paragraph, the writer uses the Chloe. A usually keeps Cooper waiting. B is much taller than he expects. C lives up to her stylish reputation. D is surprisingly interested in flowers.
Interested in flowers. Okay, so let's first recognize a keyword or some keywords in the question. In the first paragraph, the writer suggests that Chloe. So what could be key information in this question? What do we have to focus on?
Chloe?
Maybe Chloe, yes. We are, and also suggest. So what is the writing telling us about Chloe? Okay. That she keeps people waiting, that she's much taller than expected, that she lives up to her stylish reputation, and that she is surprisingly interested in flowers. So let's read and then we will analyze the options. Let's start reading, please. Silvia, please read the first paragraph.
Okay. Varied career. Or how is the pronounce of this word? Varied.
Varied? Yes, a varied career.
Okay. Chloe Kelly, a successful model and singer-songwriter, now has a new venture. I arrived for my interview with Chloe Kelly and I asked to wait in the garden. I hardly have time to start looking around at the carefully tended flower beds when Chloe appears. Every bit as tall and striking as I would expect it. Chloe emerged from the house wearing an oversized men's jacket, a delicately patterned top and jeans. Chloe is known for her slightly quirky sense of fashion and, of course, she looks great as she makes her way towards me through the flower beds.
Okay, through the flower beds. Okay, so here in this paragraph, we have the answer for the question. What does the writer suggest about Chloe? All right, let's do the analysis of the first one together. And then, well, the others, you can do a little bit more individual. So let's first start reading again, and we will analyze why some of the answers might be incorrect. I arrived for my interview with Chloe, and I'm asked to wait in the garden. I hardly have time to start looking around at the carefully tended flower beds when Chloe appears. So, did the writer have to wait a long time for Chloe? Or no? What do you guys
No.
think? No. So, this one usually keeps people waiting. We can say it's not the correct option because she didn't have to wait much time. Okay? So, we can discard the first. every bit as tall and striking as I expected. Remember, as and as. So, was she much taller than the writer expected? She was much taller.
No, teacher.
No, she was as tall as he expected. Okay, so this one we can also discard. Then we have lives up to her stylish reputation or is surprisingly interested in flowers. Do we have anything that could indicate us that she is or that the author is surprised that she is interested in flowers? Is there anything in the text from this?
No, teacher.
Not really. Okay, so this one we can say maybe question mark, we're not sure, or maybe not. So we have one remaining option. Lives up to her stylish reputation. Let's see. What do you think in the text could be have a similar meaning to this? Lives up to her stylish reputation.
Maybe when he describes, or he or she, I don't know, describes when she entered to emerge from the house.
Okay, let's see.
We emerged
Emerge
from the house wearing an oversized men's jacket. And when he say, or she, I don't know, so is known for her slightly quirky sense of fashion.
Okay, yeah, so not so much the description, but the next sentence. She is known for, so this is known for can be a synonym to lives up to. So she is recognized for this, for her style, or she has a quirky sense of fashion. Okay, so this sentence, Chloe is known for her slightly quirky sense of fashion, is kind of a synonym to that to she lives up to her stylish reputation. All right. Okay, let's see who's here. All right, guys. So that's what we're going to do with the next questions, the next part of this exercise. All right, let's continue with the next. Just a moment, please. All right, so here we have a short explanation. Chloe is known for her sense of fashion. This option, this gives the idea that she is known for and for being fashionable. Okay, she has a stylish reputation. Okay, let's go with the second question, or in this case, it's question number 32 in this practice test. Let's read the question and the options first, and then we read the paragraph. Let's see, Jose, can you read the questions, please?
Yes, teacher. What do we learn about Chloe in the second paragraph? A, she's cooked something for her guest. B, she is expecting some other visitors today. C, she has no room in her house for an office. And D, she invites very few people into her caravan.
All right, yes, so keywords, let's recognize them. What do we learn about Chloe? What do we learn? This is important. What do we know? Oh, okay, Natalia, thank you for letting me know. Let me write on the attendance. Is Andres connected? Yeah. So the important information here, what we have, okay, we have here is, what do we learn about her in the second paragraph? Let's read the paragraph and then we start discarding some options. Let's hear Lisette Tarazona. Lisette, please read the paragraph.
Okay, teacher. Let's talk in my office, she says, leading the way not back to the house, but instead to an ancient caravan parked up next to it. As we climb inside the compact little van, the smell of fresh baking bread greets us. A tiny table is piled high with cupcakes, each iced in a different color. Chloe's been busy, and there's a real sense of playing tea. Sorry. A real sense of playing tea parties in a secret den. But what else should I have expected from a woman with such a varied and interesting career?
Such a varied and interesting career. All right, so I'm giving you guys 2 minutes to read the paragraph again individually, and then select a possible answer, okay, using the techniques that we already shared. So maybe discarding some options or finding similar words, synonyms, that could give you the correct answer, okay? So 2 minutes and then we will check the answers together. All right, guys, so let's analyze your possible answers. Can someone share their option which they selected? So what do we learn about Chloe in this paragraph?
Teacher,
Yes?
could you repeat, please? I have some problems with my connection.
All right, now we're going to share the answers. Let's see, what option did you select as correct for this question?
Teacher, maybe A?
You say A, she has cooked something for the guests. D, she invites very few people into her caravan. Okay, we have possible options. Okay.
I think letter C.
C, she has no room in her house for an office. Okay, letter C. Natalia says also letter C. All right, let's see. Let's talk in my office. She says, leading the way not to her house, but instead to an ancient caravan parked next to it. As we climb inside the compact van, the smell of baking, fresh baking greets us. The table is piled high with cupcakes, iced in a different color. Chloe has been busy, and there is a real sense of playing tea parties in a secret den. But what else should I have expected from a woman with such a varied and interesting career? Okay, guys, so here we don't have uh, any explanation really of why the office is in the caravan and not in the house. So this one, it cannot be because we don't know. We are not sure if she has space in her house or not. This is not in the paragraph. So C, it is not. Neither letter D, she invites very few people into her caravan. There is no information about this on the paragraph. So this one is also an assumption that we are making. So that is not. What do we know? What do we learn about her? It's A, that she has cooked, it says. The smell of fresh baking, and it says Chloe has been busy. So we can assume that she has been cooking for her guest. Yes, Silvia?
Teacher, I was between A and C, but how we know that she cooks that for him or her?
Because of this, Chloe has been busy. Ella está ocupada. All right, so we kind of we can conclude that she has been busy cooking, right? This would be like the most logical conclusion for us to make is that she has been baking and now she has all these cupcakes and things for her guest. Okay. All right, guys. Very good. So it's interesting that we can see either aspect or how we can analyze the text. Continue with the third question. Okay. Let's see. Carlos, can you read the questions, please?
Yes, teacher. What does show say about her trip to Japan? A, she soon got used to her life there. B, she felt lonely most of time there. C, she wishes she'd done the work better. And D, she wasn't old enough to appreciate it fully.
All right. Yes. So keywords. Let's recognize keywords. Here is what does Chloe say about what? A trip to Japan. That is important. Recognize. Yes, Carlos.
Yes, teacher, but I have an answer about the previous question. Is letter A?
The answer was A. Yes.
A? Okay.
Yes,
Thank you,
it was. All right. So the next, what does Chloe say about her trip? It's not the writer's opinion, it's Chloe, all right? She soon got used to it. She felt lonely. She wishes she had done the work better, or she wasn't old enough to appreciate it fully. Now we're going to read the paragraph. And let's hear maybe Lisette, Liscano. Right? Can you read the paragraph?
Yes, teacher. Flo originally tried. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Flo originally trained as a makeup artist, having left her home in their country at 19 to try and make her name as a model in London. As some got work in adverts and the fashion business, I went to Japan to work for a short period, but felt very homesick at first. She recalls it was very demanding work and through I met loads of nice people. It was too much to take at 19. If I stayed longer, I might have settled in better.
Okay. So again, guys, I'll give you a couple of minutes to reread the text and select one possible answer from the options, all right? 2 minutes. All right, I see your answers. You're telling me it's D. All right, you believe the correct answer is D. Okay, let's put it here. You say it's D. Okay, yes, so we agree it's D. Yes, sorry. She wasn't old enough to appreciate it fully. Sorry, it's D. Okay, now we're going to analyze why the others cannot be, right? So she soon got used to her life there. It says here, but felt very homesick at first. So she did not got used to the life there quickly, right? So this one, it cannot be. She felt lonely most of the time. We don't have it. Any information, maybe this one. I met loads of nice people. So she was not lonely. She doesn't say she was feeling lonely. She met some people, right? It says that the work was demanding, but it doesn't say that she wishes it was better. She had done it better. But we do have some information about her age. She says, it was too much to take at 19. If I had stayed longer, I might have settled in better. So she says, this is as like a paraphrasing of this idea. She wasn't old enough to appreciate it fully. Okay? So yes, the answer is D. All right, guys, very good. Excellent. We have two more questions for this text, and then we move on to the next activity. Next question, question number 4. Let's say maybe, Brian, can you read the question and the options, please? Brian? No? No, I'm asking you to read it. Read the questions, Brian. Not the answer, but read the questions. Okay, so maybe we can hear Jean-Claude. Can you read the questions, please?
Hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
In the fourth paragraph, we find out that Chloe A gave up modeling to become a singer. B had always had ambitions to be a singer. C has now left the first successful band she joined, or D sings in 3 bands that have a very similar sound.
Okay, yes. So the purpose is to find out what has Chloe done, right? To averiguar, find out. Now let's read the paragraph. Maybe we can hear Natalia, the paragraph.
Okay, teacher. Alongside the modeling, Chloe, Chloe was also beginning to make contacts in the music business. I've been the typical kid, singing with a hairbrush in front of the mirror, dreaming of being a star one day, she lost. She joined a girl band which broke out before we got anywhere, before becoming the lead singer with the band Wash, which features on a best-selling clubbing album. Unusually, though, Flo, Flo also sings with two other bands, one based in Sweden and another in London, and each of these has a distinct style.
Distinct style, right? Good. So let's have some minutes, 2 minutes to read individually, and then we socialize what we think the answer is. Right, guys. So you say what is the correct answer? For you, what is the correct answer?
B, teacher.
It's
The
B.
teacher.
Yes, this is correct. So we are going to find what is the part of the text that can support this. For example, Yesid, what is this, the part in the text that can support your answer
Eh,
as correct?
Sing it with a hairbrush in front of the mirror. I would
Mhm.
be that kid.
Yes, being the kid with the hairbrush in front of the mirror, dreaming of being a star one day. Okay, so yes, she always had ambitions to become a singer. Now we're going to compare with the others to confirm that they are incorrect. This is what we need to do in the text. Select the correct option, but also to prove that the others are incorrect. Okay, so then you don't have doubts or second guessing if this correct or incorrect. No, you need to find also proof that the others are incorrect. So it says to give up modeling. So what is gave up modeling? It's like, or how can you say in Spanish, gave up modeling?
Abandonar.
Abandonar. So here it says alongside the modeling, a la par del modelaje. So she didn't give up modeling. Okay. With the first word, we can say this is incorrect. Okay. She didn't give up modeling because it was side by side, alongside. Okay. She has now left the first successful band she joined. Okay, let's see here. She joined a girl band who broke up before we got anywhere. So the band was successful. The first band she joined.
No.
No, it was not successful. They didn't present or perform anywhere. They were not famous. Nothing happened with that band. So it was unsuccessful. And now for letter D, she sings in 3 bands that have a very similar sound. In the text, we have what could be proof that this is incorrect.
In the last distinct style.
Yes, the bands have a distinct style. So they are not similar, they are very different styles of band. All right? Excellent, guys. Perfect. All right, let's go with the last one and then we move on to our next activity. Question number 35 in the text or number 5 for us. Let's see, maybe Julian, can you read the question? Julian? Okay.
Chloe,
Yes, I
sorry,
can hear you. Mhm.
Chloe ends up in hospital in Sweden after A. Breaking red wheels,
Miles?
trying was trying to move her bed, B. Hurting her leg in a fall from her bed, C. Falling off later in her bedroom, D. Tripping over in her room at night.
Very good. So she ended up, important to recognize, how did ended up in a hospital in Sweden after what happened. Okay, let's read the paragraph together. Jesse, can you read it, please?
Okay. As though
Mhm.
she now divides her time
between London and Sweden. Every state there are turned out to be much longer than she'd bargained for. The roads are very tall over there, and so people have these rather high beds that you climb up to. She explains, I feel as I climbed up the ladder and cracked three ribs. Although, though,
Although,
though the people at the hospital were very kind. I was stuck there for a while, which was very frustrating. Sneezing and laughing were so painful at first, let alone singing.
Yes. All right. Let alone singing. Okay. For the last time, let's have 2 minutes to read individually, and then we will socialize what is the correct answer in this case. All right, guys. Let's share. Which one do you think is the correct answer?
Letter C, teacher.
Letter C. Okay, you say letter C. Yes, I think we all agree it's letter C. Yes, this one is the correct answer. Letter C. Let's say this one is a bit more, a bit easier because the facts are clearly explained in the paragraph, right? So there are no doubts about it. It says the rooms are very tall and people have these rather high beds that you climb up to. I fell as I climbed up the ladder. Here they say falling off a ladder in the bedroom, and I cracked three ribs. Okay, so it is very clear that she fell from the ladder. Okay, not from her bed. No, she was not moving the bed, or she was didn't trip over in the room at night. So it's very clear. All right. Perfect, guys. Excellent. So I hope that that was useful for you to get some tips for this reading part. Now I want to share a video with you I find interesting. It's talking about comprehension, right? So the video title is To Improve Comprehension, Don't Try to Understand. This can be like contradictory, right? If I want to improve my comprehension, don't try to understand. So I want us to take a look at the video together, and then I can give you some time to discuss in groups to discuss these two questions. So I don't want you to write anything, just to discuss it, and then when you come back, we will socialize some of your answers. Okay, so let's read the questions first, and then we will watch the video together, right? Sylvia, can you read the questions, please? Questions 1 and 2.
Okay. Discuss. Question question number 1. According to the speaker, what is the key tip for improving comprehension in language learning? And how does he relate language learning to mowing alone?
Okay, to mow alone is this, what you can see in the picture. Okay, so he used like a metaphor between language learning and mowing alone. Okay, and the second one.
Second one, how does the speaker suggest learners should approach moments when they don't fully understand the language they are studying? Do you agree with this approach? Why or why not?
All right, yes, so we have two questions. First, what is the key tip for improving comprehension? And how is this related to, or what is his comparison to the language learning with mowing alone? And the other is what is the approach that the students have to, or he suggests that students have when they don't understand the language? What should they do? And do you agree with this or not? Okay, so you can take some notes from the video. We're going to watch it once together, and then you can go into small groups to have a little discussion, right? So just give me a moment to open the link for the video. I'm going to stop the recording for 5 minutes while we watch the video. Start recording again. I will send you the link in case you want to rewatch it while you are in the groups. So we will have around 10 minutes for you to get in couples, not in couples, sorry, in groups, small groups, to discuss the questions, all right? So I'm going to send you a picture of the questions to the group, and you can discuss them and get to a conclusion that you will later share here in class, okay? You don't need to write in a PowerPoint, just talk and get a conclusion for both questions. All right, is it clear, guys, what we're going to do in the next 10 minutes?
Yes.
Right, good. So let me create the groups and I will send you the questions through the WhatsApp group. Is there anyone connected from 2 different devices? No? All right, guys, let's go to our
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. So you already have your answer or opinions about the video?
Hello, sorry. Can you repeat, please? I didn't hear.
Slowly try to understand the different parts of the audio or things like that.
Okay, teacher, in this moment I discuss about the speed of speaking in that video because for me in that case it's okay because I understand very well, but in the exams it's not that speed. This is the first comment about the video.
Repeat, repeat the listening, the
Yes.
audio, yes, the audio. Don't stop
audio.
if you don't understand the first word, because you can understand the audio if you understand the context with other sentence or other words, no?
Yes, I agree with you.
Me too, I agree with you. No,
The second
the,
question,
the second question, how does relate language learning to moving aloud? Hmm,
moving along.
she said when you need cut the your respect,
When la,
the grass. In the first step, you need high
Hello, guys. Did you already talked and got a conclusion?
Oh,
No.
hello, teacher. Sorry,
Mhm.
I watched the video game.
All right, I understand.
To know more about the language, or I don't know, speaking or reading or I don't know, listening, of course we need to practice. But maybe there are some days when simply our brain doesn't want to compare or doesn't want to work with you, and we need to understand and try to like don't be stressed about it. I think he told about it because For me, sometimes I get stressed, and when I'm stressed, I try to think that is a normal process. That is normal because it's not my mother tongue. So I think this about the like the I don't know how to say como el señor has talked about.
Okay.
Okay, about my opinion, I understood that we have to change the activity if we are like, if we can understand all of we reading or listen, because maybe that we say we are stress, we have stress or something like that, and that affect our process, and it's
Yes, I agree.
So to the man, to
So
the
men
Mister.
men is okay? It's no informal?
Yes, to the man. It's okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So now about the second one.
Okay, teacher, I finished the discussion about the two questions.
So one of you could be like represent the whole group and share your opinions when we go back. Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Okay, teacher.
I agree.
Yes, I agree with the speaker. Because when I don't understand very well the English, I need change for other activity or maybe listen once or second twice.
Yes. Yes, the most important is listening constantly. Yes. So don't stop if you don't understand something. You can change the audio or the lesson, but it's very important that you continue to listening.
Yes, I agree. I think that if you don't understand, in some case, it can be frustrating.
Yes, yes,
And
and
maybe
and
the
you
best
can
option
stop.
is
So
change the lesson and before after come back.
yes, yes, yes. Don't give up.
Yes, try, try.
And for eight,
All right, guys, we're waiting for the rest of the students to come back and be prepared to share your opinion. So the conclusions that you got from your groups, one of uh, one of the members of the group can share the idea with the whole class, right? So we have In group one, we had Jose, Lisette, Liscano, and Lisette Tarazona, and Silvia. So who can share with us your conclusions from the discussion?
Me, teacher.
Okay, Seth, thank you.
Okay, teacher. We talked about that according to the video, learning is like a process. It's something that we need to be patient and constant because, as I said before, it is a process. And some of us uh, said that we have practiced the tip without knowing that it maybe works.
Okay.
Because sometimes when we don't understand a topic, for example, we feel that our brains are like tired and we don't get anything. But later we go back to the topic and maybe it is easier to understand later. And I think that was like the conclusion, that it is a process and we have to be patient.
So yeah, so you agree with this approach and you have practiced this approach without realizing that yes, it's a good practice to have when learning any language, all right? Thank you, Lisette, very good. What about Carlos, Brian, and Jeanette?
Yes, teacher. The first conclusion about the video is that we can understand the explanation, and in the exams we can't understand very well because it's more speed the more speed the speaking the person. And the other conclusion is the don't worry if you don't understand everything, because the learning is a progressive process, so and must be repeat to try to get more information each time, because the first time you try to take some works, but if you repeat, you can take more works.
Yeah, each time you get more information.
Yes, but in the exam you only have two opportunities, and but for me is a good result can understand that video because it's slow in this moment.
All right. Yes, so that is.
And the next conclusion is don't worry if you don't understand everything, because the first essence, the first result is stressed or worried because you felt low skills in that audio.
It's correct, right? Yes, very good. So for that, we need to keep on practicing to be ready for the exam, because we only have two opportunities in the listening or the reading is not much time. We would have around 15 minutes per text in the reading part. So we need to have all the possible practice before, so we feel ready. And as he says, don't try to cover everything at once, just do it little by little, right? And doing repetition and so on. Okay, let's share for one more group, and then I will explain the next activity. So Jean-Claude, Julian, Mabeli, and Jessit.
Okay, teacher. One possible conclusion for us is that we don't have to learn everything on the first try.
Yeah, try.
Yes, we must start with the basic, incorporate more vocabulary, and listen again and again, two or three twice until we understand. And if we don't understand, like say Jean-Claude or
Yes, Jean-Claude. Was Jean-Claude
no
in your group?
who is the last?
Before?
No,
Before?
before teacher
Carlos, yes. It's
Carlos.
Carlos.
When we more yeah, I don't worry if we don't understand very well in the first lesson. We
Mhm.
can change but for other lesson and
Okay.
after return.
All right. Yes, very good. All right. Excellent, guys. I love all of your conclusions. So I see that you all agree with it. So it's don't try to cover everything. Just go little by little, step by step. If you don't understand maybe a text, or you are reading a book, or in a listening activity and you don't understand everything, don't worry, take what you understand, maybe do a different activity, or do it again in a different day, and this will help you to get more knowledge and not everything all at once, right? Well, guys, now we're going to check the last activity for you today. It's going to be from Moodle, okay? So this is an example of the part 7 or part 3 of the reading. Parte 7 de todo el examen de use of English y parte 3 del reading, okay? Es la tercera lectura. Reading part 3, okay? So here you're going to see a text that is with 10 sentences that report information and ideas from the text. You have to match each prompt to the correct section of the test. So this is exercise in test number 1, reading part 3, called multiple matching. Okay, so again, test 1, reading, multiple matching. So I'm going to put this activity available for you so you can see it and you can work on it right now. We have 15 minutes, so I think, or I consider it's enough time for you to work on this activity. Reading part 3, multiple matching. Okay, so let me show you. You're going to read an article in which various people talk about their jobs. For questions 16 to 30, we have a lot of questions here. You are going to choose who is talking about this. The people might be chosen more than once, okay? So you can repeat answers A, B, C, or D. Sorry, A, B, C, or D, yes. So you can repeat the options. Who talks about large amounts of paperwork? Which person says their job involves this? Training high-level staff in the area of work, taking measures to protect public safety, accepting certain financial limitations, encouraging visitor participation, listening to disagreements, etc., etc. All right? So, guys, take advantage of these 15 minutes that you have to complete this exercise. I will download the results from the activity, the grades, and this will be taken as quizzes grade. So 40% of your grade will come from this activity. All right? Reading test 1, part 3.
Teacher, sorry, can you repeat?
Yes,
Please.
I will put it here. All right, test 1, reading part 3, called multiple matching.
Okay, teacher, thank you.
Guys, if you have any questions about vocabulary, regarding vocabulary, while you are doing the activity, you can ask me on the chat and I will gladly help you, okay? While you are doing the activity. All right, I only see 8 students who have started the activity, guys. What about the others? For example, Brian, who else? Elkin, Jose Alejandro.
I'm trying to complete the activity, teacher.
All right. Thank you. All right, guys. So you had some time to finish the activity. I will give you some extra time to finish if you need to for the other students. But guys, remember that we have time to do it here in class. So it's important that you try to complete it during the lesson, right? So I will download the results from this questionnaire, from this activity tomorrow at 6 p.m. So the limit, the due date is Wednesday, September 13th at 6 p.m. for all the students who didn't complete the activity today, all right? Remember, reading, test 1, part number 3, all right? Thank you, guys. So that is all for today. I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay?
Bye,
Bye,
teacher.
teacher.
Tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
See you. Bye-bye.